What's happening in the Middle East? It is the prophetic setup for what the Antichrist is going to attempt to do before God completely and utterly destroys him. That's what's happening in the Middle East. What's happening over there near and around the land of Israel is the fulfillment of Scripture. I want to bring one particular prophecy to your attention, and it's found in Daniel chapter 9, verse 27. It is a prophecy about the Antichrist, and it says that he shall make a strong covenant, or treaty, if you will, with many for 1 week, and for half of the week he shall put an end to sacrifice and offering. In the book of Daniel, these weeks are actually weeks of years. The Antichrist is going to make a treaty for God's chosen people, or with God's chosen people. It's going to be fake. The Antichrist is a complete liar. We read of him in Daniel 8, verse 25, that by his cunning he shall make deceit prosper under his hand, and in his own mind he'll be great. So this peace treaty that he is able to strike between Israel and all the surrounding nations, including Muslim nations, I mean, only an act of God could have that happen. Suddenly, a global leader is going to emerge out of this chaos and war and utter devastation that we see in the Middle East. Suddenly, a world ruler is going to emerge and deceitfully claim that he is going to make a peace treaty between Israel and all the surrounding nations. And that can only happen, like I said, by the sovereignty of God. What God is going to allow to happen under this character, this man who's possessed of Satan, called the Antichrist. He'll strike that treaty. But after half of the week, that is, after 3.5 years, or half of the 7 years, he is going to destroy the peace treaty. He's going to utterly break it. And he's going to tell the Jews, no more practicing of your religion over there in Jerusalem. No more sacrifices. He's going to stop it and demand to be worshiped himself. And at that point, he is going to try to seek to annihilate the Jewish people. But Jesus Christ will return at the end of the 7 years of tribulation, and he will deliver Jerusalem and deliver his people. And Jesus will set up shop as the real Christ, which means the anointed one of God, the King. The true Christ will arrive, and he will work his ultimate and eternal plan. What's happening in the Middle East is the setup for all of this prophecy. Chaos that is swelling and growing so big and beginning to involve so many nations and terrorist groups that it will take the Antichrist, who will be possessed of Satan, to deceive everyone into believing that he is bringing peace. I want to tell you, there's only one person who can bring peace, and that is the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ. But if we now are seeing the setup for the emergence of the Antichrist, guaranteed the return of Jesus is very, very soon.